Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's stream, where we're going to be looking at some weird WikiHow articles. But before we do that, we'll let this ad run its course so we can re-roll for a little bit. Why don't we get things set up in the background? Hello, Emmykins. Whoa, where'd you get those sweet emotes from? Those are really cool. Yeah, so those of you who are subscribed may notice that 2 of the emotes were approved automatically, which is weird. The other 3 are pending. So it'll be a bit before that actually goes through. And then you'll be able to use those wherever you want. So, I think it's been long enough. How's the music? Is the sounding good on your end? Let me turn it down just a little bit on mine, because it's kind of loud. There we go, that's better. Should just be like a little faint background noise to keep us festive during this just chatting stream. Or I switch over to the right one. There we go. Ta-da! Alright, our first WikiHow article of the night. This is tame by comparison, by the way. So, brace yourselves. Today, we'll be learning how to cosplay as a dog. This was co-authored by WikiHow staff. Some people cosplay as their favorite characters. Why not cosplay as your favorite pet? You don't have to walk on all fours to cosplay as a dog. Match your personality and your look to the dog breed of your choice to cosplay as man's best friend. Method 1. Although I think method in this case means step 1. That'll come up a couple of times in these handful of articles. So, method 1, dressing up like a dog. Choose your dog breed. Oh, let's not scroll down too far. Oftentimes, dog owners will choose a breed of dog which looks a lot like them. This might be a good place to start when you're considering which breed of dog you want to dress as, or they keep calling it cosplay. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's probably not the right term, but we'll roll with it for now. If you already have the look of a certain breed, it will be a head start on your costume. If you have curly hair, you may want to try a Cocker Spaniel or Poodle. People with straight hair can pull off the look of shiny, short-haired dogs, like Dobermans and Dalmatians. Thin people could dress as greyhounds or Whippets. For a tough, strong look, try a Bulldog or Pit Bull. And if you're bald, go as one of those weird hairless dogs, I guess. Alright, number 2. Wear clothes which give the impression of your dog breed, but still look cool. Cosplay costumes are different from your average Halloween costume, no shit, in that you don't want to cover yourself in a big dog outfit. Or maybe you do. Instead, you want to highlight that you, yourself, are the dog. Wear some shorts or leggings and a shirt in the color of your breed. You could even choose a full short skirt or tutu if you are dressing as a poodle or another fun, fluffy dog like a Pomeranian. Add little elements to your outfit to suggest you are a dog. Try tufts of fur on the shoulders or spots on your shirt. Where do you get tufts of fur from? What the heck? Oh boy. Alright. Number 3. Get some dog ears. No thank you. A popular option for getting an animal look is a spirit hood. These are large, furry hats with long sides which drape down and end in mittens and with paw prints on the underside. This is a great start to a dog costume. You can also find dog ears on a headband or make your own by gluing felt to a headband. If your hair is long enough to put in pigtails, you can make ears out of your own hair. Oh boy. How to disguise a black eye. Paint your face to look like a dog. You will want to focus on painting the nose and mouth of a dog by tracing around the tip of your nose in black, brown, or pink paint, depending on your breed. Also, create the dog muzzle between your nose and upper lip using a lighter color. Here you can add some whiskers. For a playful look, paint a red or pink tongue over one side of your bottom lip and extending past it to look like your tongue is hanging out. Or you can just, leave your tongue hanging out like a weirdo. But I think we're already past that point. Spotted dogs can paint a big spot around one eye. Only one. Never two. Change your hands and feet into paws. If you have a... You know what? I'm sitting here reading this. I'm the one with the cat ear headphones on. What am I saying? Alright, whatever. Change your hands and feet into paws. If you have a spirit hood, your front paws are already covered. Good. If not, it is simple enough to use a pair of mittens, which you can wear on their own or decorate with furry material or felt. Emmykins wants to know if this was made by a furry or if it's making fun of furries. I want to say yes. Boots are very common in cosplay. Find a pair of boots which matches the look of your breed. Use a nice, sleek, tall boot for a short-haired dog, and a fluffy boot like furry Uggs for a long-haired look. Oh boy. Oh no. Okay. Number 6. Tie it off with a tail. No dog costume is complete without a tail. Depending on the breed you choose, you may want a thin tail or a fluffy tail. You can achieve these looks using felt or yarn in the appropriate colors. For a fluffy tail, cut 10 pieces of yarn. Oh, this is like... Now it just got really complicated. All right, 10 pieces of yarn, 5 inches long. Tie them together in the middle to make a sort of tassel. Make several of these using the string tied around the middle of the tassel. Tie these tassels to a longer string which is a little longer than the length of the tail. Tie this to a belt or use more yarn to wrap around your waist and tie the tail on. Alright, we're not going to read the felt one. Basically make a tail. If you guys are really that interested, you can come back and read it on your own time. Oh no. Accessorize to make your costume stand out. The accessories are what will really give your costume personality. Think of different accessories and props you can add to your costume. You probably want a collar or at least a necklace of some kind. Wear dog tags and have your name etched into the tag at the pet store. Maybe instead you want to get creative and use a bow tie as a collar to class up your dog costume. Some props you can consider would be a big stick or dog bone. Can you imagine going to PetSmart and like loading up your cart? And as you're going through the checkout, the guy's like, oh, this is a lot of stuff. How many dogs you got? And you're just like, none? I don't know. Oh no. All right. Now we know how to look like a dog. But now it's time to act like a dog. Part 1. Find a dog breed which matches your personality. Assess your own personality traits and determine which kind of dog you most resemble in the way you behave. Are you nervous or confident? Are you social or secluded? Friendly or aloof? Hardworking or lazy? Match your answers to different breed personalities to choose the best dog breed for your cosplay. Working dogs include herding breeds like collies and shepherds. Nervous dogs are often the smaller or toy breeds like chihuahuas and toy poodles. A guard dog may suit your personality, in which case you should look at breeds like Rottweilers and boxers. Super friendly people want a dog breed to match, like a Labrador or Retriever, or a Labrador Retriever. Oh, Number 2, pant when you get hot. Dogs don't really sweat except through the pads of their feet, so they pant to release heat from their body. They also pant when they get nervous or are in pain. So, fellas, and ladies too, don't go around with your tongue hanging out. Word of advice for you. That's your free tip of the day. Oh boy. Number 3, be social with other people and other dogs. Dogs originally came from wolves and hunted in packs. They are social animals. With domestication, dogs have learned to rely on and bond with human companions. Be friendly, surround yourself with other dogs, and work together like a dog would. Maybe sniff each other's butts. Oh. Play like a dog. Dogs naturally love to play. You can choose to do the types of things that dogs do when they play. Some great options are playing catch or tug of war with your friends, or playfully wrestling with a buddy. Not gay if it's your dogs. Hey, if you're alone, take yourself for a walk. Make sure you're on a leash if your municipality has leash laws. Number 5, communicate like a dog. Dogs can't tell you what they want and what they're feeling, so they use a lot of body language to communicate with people. Study a dog's body language and mimic what dogs do to communicate. When someone is speaking to you, tilt your head to one side. Wag your tail, which, good luck with your, homemade tail, I guess. Dodge out of the way when you are mad at someone who's about to touch you. Well, that's just sad. And whine for attention. I already do that. Oh. Okay. Number 6. Stay loyal to your companions. Dogs rely on their human companions and bond closely to them. Be consistent in your friendship and always have your companions back. Be quick to forgive your close friends and family members. And then there's a sad story about a dog in Japan that I'm not going to read because it's going to make Emmykins cry. Oh no, okay. And now, of course, for each of these articles, there will be some community Q&As, and we'll be going through a few of the Q&As. I won't read every single Q and every single A, but I at least want to look at some of the voice ones. Question: when I start panting, I hyperventilate. What should I do? You could leave that step out if it potentially threatens your health. You don't have to pant to be a dog. Question: am I susceptible to dog diseases if I cosplay as a dog? Answer: no, you're not. True. Oh no. Number 3. Will this awaken anything in me? Oh. If you're following this and you get to the end of this and you've done everything and you come to ask this question, not only has it already been awakened, it's on its way to work. So the answer is, of course, we do have animal instincts because we are part animal. So your instincts may be awakened or heightened, which is obviously not what the question was asking. Oh no. The next one. Can I go to a funeral dressed as a dog? Emmykins, the article itself shouldn't make you cry. It's just a sad story about a dog. Not a big deal. Alright, question. Can I go to a funeral dressed as a dog? Answer: no. It is important to be respectful at a funeral, and this includes maintaining an air of somber dignity. Do not dress like a dog to go to a funeral. Oh no. Oh, these are great. Can I pee in public like dogs? The real answer is depends on where you live. But for the most part, not unless you want to get into trouble. You're a human. Still debatable. Cosplaying is just dressing up as a dog. It is still socially unacceptable and possibly illegal to urinate in public. And oh goodness, what has Urban Venture wandered into today? What if it's a dog's funeral? I suppose, theoretically, you could maintain your dog sona in that case. One more question before we move on to the next one, although some of these are still pretty choice. Would doing this make me a furry? Answer is yes, of course, but that is a matter of personal opinion. If you don't wish to identify as a furry, you don't have to. That's technically true. Like, but even if you don't identify as a furry, if you're dressing up as a dog and like going around sniffing other dogs' butts, people are gonna call you a furry. And I think that's just how it's gonna be. Alright, so there's our first article done. Oh no. Okay. Oh, there's tips? Yeah, let's look at a tip. Tip, groom yourself well. Healthy dogs always look their best. So should healthy humans. That's actually a great tip, and I really feel like some con goers would greatly benefit from following that. Oh no. Kerpe's here. Star Shard, more like Star Cat. I thought we settled on Star Chad. Alright. So that's the how to dress as a dog article done. We'll just slowly scroll through these pictures to think about what we've learned. What the hell is going on? Well, Kerpe, we're reading WikiHow articles. This one is how to cosplay as a dog. And we just finished it. But believe me, this is only the first step on our journey into the rabbit hole of strange WikiHow articles. So why don't we go on to the next one? This one's actually, it's kind of okay. How to cuddle. We are learning the most effective way. Yes. How to cuddle. Oh, this was just updated like 5 days ago, guys. So this is some very recent advice. Cuddling is one of the best means of physical affection. It garners closeness, shows affection, and increases happiness. Cuddling releases a hormone called oxytocin, which reduces stress and anxiety, meaning that it increases your mental well-being as well. If you've strayed away from cuddling or aren't sure what the best moves to use are, worry no more. Cuddling is easy and fun with a little know-how. Yeah, I guess there's some recent breaking discoveries in the world of how to cuddle, so when I enter a room and the first reaction is, oh no, I know I'm doing something right. Well, yeah. Alright, method 1. Starting to cuddle. Start slow. Maybe your partner has been clear. Get this out of the way. Maybe your partner has been clear that they want to cuddle. Or maybe you're taking the initiative to start your snuggling. Regardless, it's best to start slow. Don't jump in. There's a reference here. There's a research source for this. Science of People, The Power and Science of Cuddling. Don't jump into cuddling. Literally, don't jump on them no matter how impatient you are. Place a hand on their shoulder, back, or on their waist to show your intent. Rest it there for a few minutes, or give a light rub. Make sure that your intentions for cuddling are clear. You can place a hand on their shoulder, but that doesn't necessarily mean you want to cuddle with the person. Caress their arm instead and make sure they understand what you're leading into. Remember that cuddling is often a standalone activity and doesn't necessarily translate into foreplay. Another reference there, we're not even going to cover over that one. Start slow and work till you're comfortable, not with the intention of progressing things past the cuddle stage. Alright, here's a wonderful picture. Number 2, be aware of environmental factors. So you've done the basics and are ready to proceed into real cuddling. Before you make the transition, though, keep in mind important environmental factors. Is it hot out? Or is it just me? Because you might have to limit the amount of physical contact you have in order to avoid turning into a swamp monster. Are you on a couch or bed or something else entirely? The amount of space you have to sprawl will change the cuddling positions you can perform. I don't think I've ever described cuddling as something that I perform, but maybe I'm just out of the loop. We got a green check mark here. Make sure you have your partner and some pillows and a blanket. All right, good. Everybody got your partners and pillows and blankets? Let's get comfortable. You're about to be held down in a hug for quite some time, so make sure that you're comfortable first. If you plan on doing some long-term cuddling during a movie or before bed, change into comfortable clothes or grab a cozy blanket. Although you might be resting on the other person, having a pillow present might be a good idea too. I must be doing it wrong. I mean, it's entirely possible. I haven't read this article yet, so for all I know, I could be cuddling completely incorrectly. I think you need to start treating your cuddling more seriously. It's an art form. Yeah, I'm learning that. It's been very educational. Number 4, do a little rubbing. The PG kind, you perverts. Rub your partner's back, legs, or arms in a sensitive and endearing fashion. This may or may not be the same as light massage. The goal here is to make the other person comfortable and interested in further cuddling with you. When you've transitioned into true cuddling, you may choose to continue the light rubbing to prolong the positive feelings you both get from it. This is sounding a little culty now. All right. I gotta drink of water before this. Okay. Method 2. Cuddling like a professional. As we all know, there are professional cuddlers out there, and they charge a lot for their services. All right, number 1, go with the classic and spoon. The most traditional of all cuddling positions, spooning is popular for a reason. Carpe Samana says, wrong. I would suplex my BF onto the bed. What is this slow-paced pussy shit? Well, Carpe, if you had read the beginning of the article, it specifically says that you're not supposed to jump on them. Go hard or go home. That's what your grandma says? My grandma always says, if you can't be handsome, at least be handsy. All right, spooning is popular for a reason. It's great. Spooning consists of a big and a little spoon, where both partners lay on their sides, tucked into each other. The big spoon is the one in the back, and often drapes their arm over the torso of the little spoon. This is starting to read like a cuddle sutra or something. Be aware of your heads. Because your heads are nearly even with each other, it is best to stagger them a bit. The big spoon can rest their head on the shoulder of the little spoon, or prop it up on an arm. Keep heat in mind. Spooning is one of the greatest heat-generating cuddle positions. So we're heading into winter up here in the Northern Hemisphere, so keep spooning in mind. The big spoon may have to hold off wrapping their arm around the little spoon, or move their legs back a little bit to avoid creating a wet pool. Ugh. Yuck. How long are these people cuddling for? To try out the half spoon. Nearly as classic as a complete spoon, the half spoon is accomplished with one person laying on their back and the other facing them, laying on their side. The person on their side will likely rest their head on the other's chest. Intertwine your legs for an even more intimate cuddling session. All right, so Carpe's coming in with the real advice here. I cuddled people who were terrible at it and ones who were great at it. So there's definitely some truth to this article. I don't know that a WikiHow article is the most appropriate place to have this information. But like I said, this is probably the most reasonable of the 4 that we'll be looking at tonight. At least 4, depending on time, obviously. I'm not like Carpe and Fred, where I can just read about meat pits for 6 hours on a Sunday. Oh, here we go. Layer up. Best for cuddling in tight spaces. Layer your cuddling by having the larger person lay face up, The second person can then rest face down directly over the bottom half. To avoid suffocation of the lower stack, the top person should stagger their body slightly downward, so they can turn their head to the side and rest it on the bottom half's chest. Okay. I call this position the more weight position. Alright, here we have one. Go face to face. One of the most romantic cuddling positions is when you lie towards each other face to face. You may lie on your stomachs and turn your heads to the side or lay on your sides. Whatever works best. Increase the romantic feelings swirling around the room by holding hands in the space between your bodies. I thought this was just supposed to be something you could do with anyone. Now they're making it romantic. Not sure how I feel about that. Alright, ooh. Try the stargazer. Hey, that's me. Thanks for gazing at me. You know, you and your partner are out camping or watching a meteor shower, and therefore want to cuddle, but both need to see the sky. Lay on your backs next to each other and wrap your legs together. We can see that illustrated here. If you don't mind a dead arm, one of you can slip their arm under the neck of the other person in a half embrace. You can also hold hands over your torsos or in the space between your bodies. Contrary to the name, this can be done under any circumstances, not just when stargazing. Really. Alright, here we have some representation. Number 6. Lay your head in their lap. This cuddling move is great for when you want to talk and makes maintaining eye contact easier. Have one person sit up while the other lays down perpendicularly to them with their head resting in their lap. This gives the person sitting up a great opportunity to play with their partner's hair, if you have hair, or sweetly stroke their face. Oh, okay, so we're entering the advanced cuddling section. Time to get experimental. Number 1, play with their hair. Man, now I'm feeling left out. There are few feelings so sweet and nice as when someone plays with your hair. Gender doesn't matter. Simply run your hands through your partner's hair while you cuddle. This may or may not be a variation of a scalp massage crossed with a finger hairbrush. Playing with your partner's hair is a certain way of making them happy and comfortable. Though us baldies just have to suffer, I guess. Oh, okay. Do a little kissing. Okay. Kiss your partner in a sentimental fashion, not in preparation for making out. Plant little kisses on their forehead, arms, or hands to show them you love and care for them. This move is sure to leave them swooning and happy to be wrapped up with you. They can still scratch your beard. That's true. That could be fun. Ooh, okay. More massage. So practice some massage. Everyone loves a good massage, right? Is that right, chat? Does everybody love a good massage? Show your partner some love by gently massaging the areas nearest to you. This will likely be their back, shoulders, or arms. If you don't want to do any massaging, rub them back and forth with your hands. Uh-oh. Getting a little raunchy. Run your hands down their body. Lightly stroke their body with your fingertips. Run your hand down their torso, TOS, along their legs, TOS, or along their arms. That's probably fine. This is easiest to do from a spoon or half spoon position, but can be accomplished in any cuddling form. Recite the 8 forms of cuddling, chat. Softly tickle them. Do not do this. Gently tickling your partner will have them squirming and giggling closer to you in no time. Be careful not to take the tickling too far. Do it only long enough to show that you're flirting and that you want them close to you. Alright. Question number 1. Will it work out well if I take the girl home on the first date? We have a dating coach and matchmaker here responding. Your date may not last for a year if you take the girl home on the first date. Statistics show that less than 10% of partners who have sex within 3 dates continue dating for a year. Really? That's interesting. Okay. How can I choose an appropriate location for a date? Same expert here is responding, think of a public space where you can be at your best. Then suggest it to your partner and ask, this is not related to cuddling. None of this is cuddle. Oh, okay, here we go. How do I cuddle with him on a bus? Just lay your head on his chest and hold hands. What if the guy meant cuddle? Yeah, can you take your girl home to cuddle on the first date? And this woman, obviously just a huge pervert, jumps right to sex. Can you cuddle for no reason, like just for fun? Sure, as long as the other person wants to do it as well. Okay, my boyfriend hates cuddling, but I crave it. What should I do? Let him know how important cuddling is to you and why you crave it so much. Animal, you crave the cuddling. You could also let him know about other types of cuddling that might satisfy your need for physical touch. For example, you could lay your head on his lap or just lay your legs across him. Different cuddling positions have different amounts of physical contact, so he can find a position that's more comfortable for him. Alright, this is an interesting one. Why would a lesbian want to cuddle with a straight man? The community answer is, cuddling is not an inherently sexual activity. Plenty of people like to cuddle with their friends, regardless of gender or sexual orientation. Maybe in like certain cultures that's acceptable. But here in America, if you cuddle, it's I don't know. People would definitely get a different idea than other countries might have. Oh no. Okay, here we go. Is it normal to get an erection while cuddling? Yes, it's completely normal. In fact, if you don't get one, there's something wrong with you. Especially if they're attractive to you. There's not really a good way to control this. You just have to get used to cuddling. Ooh, yeah, TOS. TOS, TOS, TOS. Can I cuddle my best friend who is a girl if I am a boy? Yes, what you're describing is a platonic relationship, a close friendship that is not romantic or sexual. If you want to cuddle her, then you should ask her. Yeah, definitely ask first and see if she's comfortable with it. Yeah. Oh, that's such a great emote. Oh my gosh, Kerpe. That's beautiful. You know who really needs that? Mike. Alright. Oh, there's a video on how to cuddle. Well, we're not going to watch that. But the fact that a video exists, pretty fascinating. Alright. So a bunch of tips here. Let's see. Tickling. Make sure you're intimate with your partner. A simple hug or embrace counts as cuddling. Fit these into your daily regimen whenever possible. Alright, alright. Okay, I think we're good on that one. We've learned how to cuddle, chat. I think we're prepared to take it to the next level. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for the next level? Okay. I'm gonna need water before this. Hang on. Okay. All right, we're going in. How to Touch a Girl. Co-authored by Laura Bellotta. Last updated September 7th, 2021. This is mostly up to date. Within the last year, at least. Okay. How do you break the touch barrier with a girl you like? It's difficult to know when to reach out and when you're going too far. If you found a girl you like and the attraction is mutual, you have to start by breaking the touch barrier. The slow hand penetrates the touch barrier. And then you can find sneaky ways to make physical contact more often. So how do you touch a girl without sending the wrong message? Read on to find out. Alright, chat, we're going in. Part 1. Breaking the touch barrier. Make sure the girl welcomes your touches. Before you start planning a way to touch the girl, you've got to make sure your advances are welcome. If the girl likes you, then she'll stand closer to you. and will generally show that she enjoys your company. Keep in mind, if you make an advance they don't like, they may retreat, but still like you. Is she making eye contact? Is she smiling, laughing, and having a good time? If so, you're on the right track. Here are a few other ways to see if she wants you to touch her. If she likes you, you might hold your gaze for a long time or pull away immediately. This is like a Cosmo article. But this is not clear-cut. Either of these signs could mean that she likes you, but sometimes you could be wrong. SO. What is SO? Oh, so before you make any spontaneous decisions, make sure to make it clear that the feeling is mutual. If you happen to glance at the girl, and you see her staring back at you, then this means that she likes you. Although she may quickly dart her head in a different direction. If she pulls away quickly, it could mean that she is nervous, but still likes you. Careface says, I probably would have been the person reading these articles when I was 15. Were you touching girls at 15? When did you decide who you wanted to touch? Tip. Assess her personality. Ask her if she would like to be touched. Can we hold hands? Or move slowly, but clearly. Alright. Oh, these faces. These faces, chat. Okay, let's keep moving. We can't just look at the faces forever. Number 2. Give her a light and casual touch. Hey, can I touch you? Brush your arm up against hers. Place your hand on the small of her back. Do not do this. Or just pass her a pen or a notebook and let your hands linger near each other's. Does she jump back like she's just placed her hand on a hot burner or creepy dude? Or does she let your bodies linger together for a second and give you a smile? If you're reading this article, the answer is probably no. If she returns your affection, then she is welcoming your plan to break the touch barrier. Don't call it breaking the touch barrier. I think that's the first issue that we've run into here. It makes it sound like some kind of science fiction concept. Alright, so, tip. Keep the first touch casual and friendly to see how she responds. There's no need for a romantic gesture just yet. Oh boy, these pictures. Number 3, linger a little longer. If the casual approach worked, then try touching her for a little bit longer next time. Place your hand on the small of her back for a few seconds, not just to lead her through a door. Keep your hand over hers for an extra second or two when you hand her a stick of gum. If your knees or legs brush under the table, let them rest there for a while. Or for a little while longer, before moving away. This will warm the girl up to more intimate and longer lasting touches. This will warm the female up to longer lasting touches, and it will give you a better sense of how much she likes the contact. Part 2. Being a gentleman. Alright. Look for opportunities to break the touch barrier in a chivalrous way when you are together. If you're reading this article, chat, you are not around women or girls. You're sitting in a basement and you're like playing dating games and you're reading these articles and you're like, how can I get a girlfriend? Oh, Urban Ventures. Yeah, good idea. Start taking notes. You're thinking to yourself, I want to touch a girl, but I don't want to get in trouble. So how can I do it? Oh, I know. I'll be a gentleman. This will give you an excuse to touch her under the guise. These are red flags, fellas. Of just being a gentleman and looking out for her. Make sure she's the kind of girl who's okay with all this gentlemanly stuff and doesn't find you too old-fashioned, though. Be her knight in shining armor. Once you're on a date, or hanging out in a date-like setting where you're alone and liking each other, or you're liking her and she's trying to escape, you should look for chances to be a real gentleman so you can touch her. And if this is the best resource available for straight dudes, then it's a rough world out there. That's truer than you know, Carpe. Oh, here we go. These faces, though. Oh my god. 2. Hold her jacket out. If you're both about to leave and she needs to put on a jacket or coat, hold it out for her like a gentleman so that she can slip her arms into the sleeves. The knuckles of your fingers will probably gently brush up against her. You've touched the female now. As you're doing this, if she responds positively and you notice that her hair is between her jacket and her back, carefully pull it out for her. You can also help her take off her jacket at the beginning of remove the female's clothing. At the beginning of the night, whether you've invited her over to your place or your parents' basement, or have stepped out to a restaurant. Number 3, offer your hand. This is especially helpful when she might need to keep her balance, such as when she's getting into or out of a car, or when she's stepping over a puddle or any other uneven surface. Girls love this. All girls, all the time, always love this, because it shows that you're thinking of her and not just yourself. This is more likely to be appropriate if she's dressed nicely or wearing heels. Again, make sure she's not the kind of girl who thinks it's demeaning of you to suggest that she needs to hold your hand to get stuff done. Oh boy. More crappy pictures. Link arms. This will serve as an invitation for her to hook her arm around yours, especially if you're about to walk together. This is a classic... See, okay. We are way past the point of touching the girl. You're now dating her. You shouldn't be, like, debating how to break the touch barrier. You should just be trying to have a fun date. Alright. Urban Venture says... What is that? Kiki only help girls in heels oh, KK only help girls in heels, got it. Well, I mean, or like other unwieldy footwear. Alright, so this is a classically romantic way to walk as a couple without being too touchy-feely. Oh, KL is short for cool. Well, that shows how cool I am, huh? You should do this after you've already had a nice date and had a nice time with... See, right there, it says it. Like, if you're already on the date, you no longer need this article. After dinner or the movie or whatever you did on the date, it doesn't matter. Whatever the girl wanted to do, I guess. Stepping out for a stroll is a great way to show your affection for each other. Yo, face cam looking good. Thank you, Mr. Coop Group. If it's your first time trying this maneuver, don't call it a maneuver, or making this kind of physical contact, then don't step out onto a crowded street where you're both likely to run into people you know. Yeah, you wouldn't want anyone to see you touching the female. Find a more intimate setting. Like the back of my van. I'll stop doing Mr. Plinkett. 5. Do the ladies first trick. Open the door for her and allow her to go first through doors, corridors, and small crowds. A nice firm gesture would be to press with your hand just above her waist. You can set your hand anywhere on her back to guide her through the door. Anywhere. If you two are really comfortable with each other, you might be able to place it lower than the hip. Oh. Walk towards the door or corridor while saying, "After you, m'lady." Other spots to press would be the back of the arm just above the elbow, especially recommended if she's wearing short sleeves so you can touch her skin, or very softly and cautiously on the shoulder. When was this written? 1952. No, it was most recently updated in September of this year. Though it's nice to let the girl go first, don't make a big production of touching her every time you do this, or she'll start to think you're only being a gentleman so you can touch her, which shouldn't be the case, but it is, as we learned earlier in the article. Ooh, number 6, lead the way. If you're about to go through a large crowd, hold out your hand so you can walk through the crowd without losing each other. This not only shows that you care about her, but it also shows that you can take the lead. Once you're out of the crowd, you can continue holding her hand if she seems interested. Holding hands is a big step for a lot of girls. If she's not into that right away, don't be too discouraged. You might be waiting to be your girlfriend before you really hold hands, especially in public. Oh boy. Alright. The man in the drawing has lost his neck. Yep. I think he's trying to get into the turtle club. That one? Or... yeah, definitely this one. Alright. Part 3. Finding excuses to touch her. Excuses, chat. Because now you need an excuse. Number 1. Brush something off of her face or hair. It is not uncommon to see a loose eyelash on someone's face. If you see one, tell her, hold still. You have an eyelash on your face. Let me get it off. Pull it off her face very gently. Don't apply too much pressure, especially if she's wearing makeup. I hope the final step is delete this webpage from your history before she comes over. Yeah, can you imagine if she came over and you like left the room and she got on your computer and she's just going through your history and it's just a bunch of weird WikiHow articles? I guess that's not the worst thing you could find on someone else's computer, but yeah, good advice. Maybe look this up on the incognito. All right. Do the same thing if you see something in her hair, like a piece of lint or a ball of dust. Obviously, don't stare at her face all night until you finally see an eyelash there, but if you do see one, great. You can also lie. Say that she has something in her hair even if she doesn't actually have anything there, and break the touch barrier this way. Ooh. I thought we were being gentlemen. Now we're lying to get what we want. Don't brush any food off her face. Saying, wait, you have a little chunk of bacon on your chin is just not hot. I mean, for some people it might be. Oh no. Compliment her jewelry or nail polish. Does she have a different ring, a new haircut, or a different nail color? Acknowledge it verbally. That's a pretty ring. Or, did you get a new nail color? Hold out your hand, palm up, and ask if you can look closer. Inspect whatever is different and ask a question or make a positive comment. This will earn you appreciation points, which you can later cash in to break the touch barrier. If she has a nice earring, hold it up in your hand and say how pretty it is. But you should only try this move if you've already... oh wait, so now we've already touched her? Because reaching for the face is pretty intimate. Yeah, reach out, take the piece of bacon. Assert dominance by eating it. While you're doing all of this, get a feel for how she responds to having her hand in yours. After she has responded to your comment or question, briefly rub her hand with your thumb gently and let it go. Smile and quickly move on, but be careful not to appear creepy. Be careful not to appear creepy. Alright, too late. We're long past that, past the point of appearing creepy. Keep her warm. If it's chilly outside and you notice that she's cold or shivering, offer her your coat. Put it around her. Depending on how comfortable she feels, you might take your hands and brush them briskly on her upper arms to generate a little heat. If you notice that her hands are cold, tell her to give you her hands. Give me your hands. And put them together palm to palm. Put your hands around hers and rub them softly but quickly to warm her hands up. If you're feeling daring, bring her hands up to your mouth and blow a little warm air on them. Make sure your breath doesn't stink. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. These appear to be tiny children. Number 4. Be playful. If you're teasing each other, it's okay to give each other gentle shoves, pats on the arm, or playful touches on the shoulder. If you're flirting with each other, then it's natural for you to touch each other, as long as you're both doing the touching. She may even end up touching you more than you touch her. Yeah. Okay. If you're both in a fun, loving, and flirtatious mood, then it's okay to touch her this way. Being playful is perfect if you're both doing it, but if you notice you're the one touching her, and she doesn't reciprocate, back off. That's the best advice we've gotten so far. Back off. Number 5, make a bolder move. If she responded positively to all of the above, make your next move, or risk forever being trapped in the friend zone. Ouch. That could be putting your arm around her shoulder or waist, or holding her hand. The back of the neck and the small of the back are two sensitive areas too. Oh no. Looks like this didn't work out. Notice when she's not interested. If she isn't responding positively to these actions, simply back away. It doesn't necessarily mean she's not interested. I don't know. Don't give the guy that level of hope. Like, just say, if she doesn't want you to touch her, don't touch her. Go do something else with your life. She could just be in a bad mood or feeling tired. Women, always in a bad mood or feeling tired. Am I right, fellas? However, if you've tried this more than once and get the same response, she likely isn't interested in being touched by you. Uh-oh. Part 4. Touching her during physical activity. Dance. Okay, so this reminds me of a short story about... I mean, every sitcom has done this episode, right? That's set in like a school, where there's a dance class and the guys are like, oh, I don't want to go to dance class, that's gay. And then the other guy's like, no, dude, it's going to be like a bunch of girls there and we're going to be the only guys. And then they go and it's just all guys. So any kind of partner dancing, such as salsa, tango, or swing, can be a good way to break the touch barrier. Keep in mind, however, that just because she seems to be having a good time dancing with you, doesn't necessarily mean she likes you off the dance floor. It's certainly a start, though. Gotta start somewhere, right? Go ice skating, if you can afford it. Ice skating is a great activity for casual physical contact. You can hold her hand to keep her from falling if she isn't quite getting the hang of it, or to help each other skate backward. In the cold environment, you may also have the opportunity to help keep her warm with a hug or encircling her with your jacket. Play tennis. Have her as your doubles partner. Like, concoct some convoluted scheme to get her to play tennis with you, I guess. There will be plenty of opportunities to high-five and playfully touch her after a good shot. At the end, you can also touch the butt and say it was a great game. Just remember that she'll be conscious of sweating a little bit and may not want to be touched so much during or after the game. Oh, okay. Go skydiving. So, number 4, try any activity where the equipment requires you to hold her from behind. Now's your chance. For example, riding tandem on a motorcycle, sitting on an inner tube, or sled going down a snow hill, parachute jumping in tandem, go mini golfing together if you know how to hold a golf club. There are plenty of sporting opportunities for this closeness to be imposed on both of you. Oh god. Ice skating gives me flashbacks to 4th grade dates. I know, right? You probably have more opportunities to ice skate over there than I did here. Although I did go ice skating quite a bit as a kid. Oh, there's more. Okay, knowing what not to do. So now we're going to walk back all the advice that we just gave. Number 1, don't give unwanted massages. This is actually good advice here. Don't approach a girl or guy and give his or her shoulder massage for no reason. If she tells you she's sore, rubs her own shoulders, or even asks for a massage, then that's one thing. But if you just come up to her in the middle of the day or try to give her a massage the second you're alone together, that will quickly send the wrong message. If she tenses up instead of relaxing as soon as you give her a massage, you've already gone too far. Don't grab her. More good advice. Avoid grabbing any part of her arm with your hand and pulling her to come somewhere with you. At best, this can be interpreted as annoying. At worst, it can come off as an aggressive attempt to yank her around. Generally, any kind of pulling or tugging might be interpreted as immature or pushy. There's a difference between playfully pulling each other in the direction you want to go and actually grabbing the girl in a way that feels violent and inappropriate. We're not going to tell you what the difference is here, but I'm sure you'll figure it out after a couple of tries. Right, do some water before we do the... You gotta pay to unlock the expert? Okay. Okay. A girl who I think has liked me for a few years, often finds excuses to touch me. That's literally never happened to any man ever. What does grabbing around her waist mean? It depends on the person and the situation. It might just be playful, friendly touch, or it might be something more intimate. Oh no. I tried my best, but she rejected every advancement. What if I just force it? What if I just force it, chat? What could go wrong? Do not do that. If she's not interested, or she isn't interested, move on. Don't make any advances, and by all means, don't force it. At best, you will make things awkward, and at worst, the consequences could be dire for you. We need the premium answers. Yeah, okay, let's see what the questions are. What shouldn't I do when I touch a girl? How do I know if a girl wants me to touch her? What's the best way to touch your girlfriend romantically? How can you tell if she likes you? I mean, I want to know the answers to these. And finally, what does it mean if a girl lets you touch her leg? I don't know. I guess we'll never know. Let's see if there's anything. Oh, no, that's it. Then there's a bunch of tips here. Oh no. Cracking a joke that's just inappropriate enough to make her slap you on the arm, but appropriate enough to make her laugh at the same time will trick her into touching you. Oh, how convenient. However, these kind of remarks are high risk and can get you in hot water among people who are sensitive. Try this at your own risk. Good. All right, a lot of tips here. Warnings. Oh, okay. Don't go anywhere near her private areas because this will creep her out. Let's see. Some women are uncomfortable with being touched until you enter into a relationship. If you are at all interested in seeing her again, take it easy and move slow or you will scare her off like some kind of prey animal. Don't overdo it. Some girls will find over-the-top chivalry annoying and perhaps even rude. Different cultures have different degrees of receptiveness to physical contact. In Korea, holding hands and hugging are usually for people in relationships, and kissing her in public is likely to make the girl feel uncomfortable, as well as others. However, doing the same thing in Latin America is taken for granted. In Bulgaria, giving a girl a goodbye hug is just as normal as shaking hands in other places. Know the cultural context and respond accordingly. That's good advice. If you're not interested in seeing her again, I guess just like go for it, right? Just like try to touch her. Carpe. This more elaborate and complex than some $500 day trading ebook. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, day trading's super easy. You don't need a book for that. See, note that some people are very affectionate with their friends. A girl might be all about cuddling with you and think she's just being friendly, while you feel like you're getting mixed signals. Yeah, we did just learn about cuddling. Apparently, you can just do it with anyone. Doesn't matter. Okay. Try not to be too intense or persistent if she's giving dismissive vibes. Uh-oh. You might also like how to hug a girl, how to hold hands, how to act around girls, how to be nice to a girl, how to treat a girl. Wow, this is... oh no. TOS. How to turn a girl on. How to get a girl in one school week. What is this, a movie plot? How to flirt, how to talk to your girlfriend on the phone, how to seduce a woman, and this picture is some real Goofus and Gallant vibes here. And how to seduce an older woman. Oh no. Do I dare, chat? Do we learn the forbidden knowledge? No. Another time, perhaps. First, we have one more prepared article that we must read. Before that, I must drink water. All right. Enough of these. You might also like It's time for perhaps what might be the highlight of the night. Which one is the owl for? Seduce an older woman? Because here comes the good one. How to admit to a foot fetish. Some of you out there in chat might need this one. Alright, this was last updated in October. Alright, good. Don't be embarrassed about having a thing for your partner's sexy, alluring feet. There's a way to tell your special someone about your foot fetish without causing a sensation. If you want to know how to fess up about your love for feet, just follow these easy steps. Beans? Got beans? Part 1, laying the groundwork. You can see she's hiding her feet from him because she knows. Number 1, don't fess up right away. If you want your partner to be okay with your disgusting foot fetish, the worst thing you can do is blurt it out right away. If you're just in the middle of your first date or even kissing for the first time, saying, "I have a foot fetish," is likely to turn your night in the wrong direction. If you want to tell your partner about your foot fetish and get the best results, you have to wait for the perfect time to strike, when you know each other a little better. Alright, Urban's got has switched to a new page in his notebook. He's taking notes on this. Ideally, you should wait until you have a sexual experience before you discuss your foot fetish. Otherwise, it may be too much too soon. On the other hand, you don't want to wait too long. If you walk down the aisle before admitting your lifelong obsession with feet, then you may run into some serious trouble. Number 2, start touching your partner's feet when you're ready. Once you've gotten more comfortable with your partner, it's time to test the waters. If you found yourself in bed, or in various degrees of undress, you can try kissing your partner's stomach, legs, and then move your way down to the feet. Don't go straight for the feet. No. Take your time. Or you may freak your partner out. You can also just start touching your partner's feet if you're watching TV and you want to give him or her a sexy foot massage. Don't start licking or sucking on your partner's feet yet. Not yet. Patient. This may be too much too soon as well. Oh God. Carpe says, gets divorced because partner likes feet. And then there's like a little clown emote. Oh, that's great. Guys, don't make me laugh. I'm trying to read. Number 3, see how they react. How does your other half react when you go for the feet? Do you hear murmurs of approval? The occasional, "Oh, that feels good," and see a nice relaxed smile on his or her face? If so, then things are moving in the right direction. If your partner pulls away or even outright says they don't like it when you touch their feet, then it's time to abort the mission. TOS, TOS, TOS. If your partner reacts negatively, don't be discouraged. You may still be able to turn things around. However, this does mean you shouldn't go for the feet again until you have the big talk. I mean, this lady seems pretty into it. Hey babe, you mind if I check your feet for fungus? I can smell fungus. Alright, number 4. If your partner reacts positively, compliment their feet. Don't go overboard. No. Just say, "You have such sexy feet," or "I just love your feet." Don't make it sound like a fetish yet. Just tell your partner that he or she specifically has amazing feet. This will make it easier for your partner to swallow the news than if you flat out stated that you categorically love all feet before paying special attention to your partner's feet. Additionally, if you're a guy and you really feel like you need to mention her feet, you can compliment her about it when you're having a night out. You can say, "Your feet look great in those shoes." Don't overdo it, or little will she know you have a foot fetish and think you only like her for her feet. You only love me for my feet. Part 2, admitting to your foot fetish. Whoever drew these clearly has a foot fetish. I mean, it's definitely not like Rob Liefeld covering up the feet. as you can see, so that they must have really practiced. Kerpe can attest to how hard it is to draw feet, right, right, Kerpe? All right. Pick the right time to do it. When is the right time to admit to a foot fetish? There's no golden rule, but you probably should not do it in the middle of a hookup. Instead, pick a time when you and your special someone are hanging out and feeling good about each other while having some privacy. You can tell your girl or guy when you're back at your place and you think you may be close to hooking up again. Fessing up in the middle of hooking up or cuddling may give you a reaction you may not be ready for and can interrupt the mood, though not ruin it for good. Emmykin says, I feel like saying you have sexy feet. You just revealed you have a foot fetish. Yeah. He looked exactly like this. Yeah. He's going for it. Oh no. Okay. All right. So we need to trick our partner, right? That's the main thing we've learned from these articles. You need to gaslight your partner. So step 1, act a little nervous. Though your foot fetish may be something you've had for years and seems perfectly normal to you, it's not. It's disgusting and you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be considerate of your partner. Sure, you think feet are hot. Plenty of people share your feelings, not that many. However, to a person without a foot fetish, this news will seem a bit unexpected, so you shouldn't just drop this comment like you're announcing that you think it's about to rain. Say, there's something I have to tell you, and let your partner see that you have something important to say so you get his or her attention. Don't act too nervous, or your partner will be nervous too. Just act nervous enough that your partner will see that you really care about what she thinks. Like they're about to have the big talk, chat. Get out your knife hand, very important. 3, spit it out. Be honest, just say, hey, I have a thing for feet. Sexy, sexy feet. Or, I want you to know that I have a foot fetish. Kerpe says, yes, drawing feet is as hard as hands. All right. That's it. There's no need to say why or how long you've had it or how much you love sexy, sexy feet. Just tell your partner, let it out, and feel the relief of finally fessing up flood over you. Make eye contact. Look at his or her face and wait for a reaction. If you hear nothing, you can ask, what do you think? But generally, it's a good idea to give your partner some time to process this horrifying news. Number 4, react appropriately to your partner's feelings. There are a few ways that this news can be taken. The best case scenario is if your partner says, really? That's kinky. I don't mind at all. Never happened in the history of humanity. However, it's more likely that your partner will want more information or won't quite know how to react. The worst case scenario is if your partner is completely not accepting of your fetish and thinks that feet are completely gross. Okay. You've said your piece though, and now it's time to be mature and to deal with your partner's reaction in a calm and adult fashion. Whatever happens, you should be proud of yourself for being honest. If your partner accepts your foot fetish on the spot, great. Prepare for a night of kinky fun. Careface, this is so funny how big of a deal they are making of it. Yeah, it really is, isn't it? Like, it's just feet, man. Like, I guess I don't understand. Maybe it's a real big deal for some people. If your partner needs some time to deal with it, take things slow. Don't try to touch his or her feet too much during your next kissing session. Wait for your partner to give you the green light. If your partner is just flat out not into it, then there's no need to not try to force it. There's no need to not... That's too many negatives. Wait. There's no need to not try to force it. After all, life is short and you have a foot fetish. Oh no. Now it's up to you to decide if you can handle a relationship that doesn't allow you to indulge your foot fetish. There's also a chance that over time they will warm up to it and become curious after a while. Life is short and you have a foot fetish. Those are words to live by, chat. Alright. Here's some community Q&A questions. If a girl agrees in my fetish, or agrees to engage in my fetish with me but prefers to use socks, should I tell her I like barefoot better? I would try it out with socks first, then work up to telling her that you like barefoot better. Let her get comfortable first. How do I admit to a foot fetish to my parents? Mom, Dad, I have something to share with you. What is it? Are you gay? No, I have a foot fetish. Get out! Alright, you don't need to share this with your parents or anyone else for that matter. If you feel like you want to talk about it with anyone, sitting down for a one-on-one conversation may be best. Do they really? No, apparently they don't need to know according to the answer. Oh god, the next one. No. Okay. I am into some of my relatives' feet. How should I tell them so I won't get a negative reply? Okay. Do not tell your relatives that you are sexually stimulated by their feet. You will get a negative reply. It doesn't matter how you say it. Keep your foot fetish between yourself and your sexual partners who should not be related to you. Oh no. This is bad. Oh no. Oh. Okay, how can I practice my fetish? Let's try to calm down, chat. Some of these have to be like trolls, right? You can share it with your sexual partners and nicely ask if they're willing to try the things you enjoy. Start small. With small feet, I guess. Is a sock fetish the same thing as a foot fetish? Or how different is it? It's kind of the same thing. It's more of someone's preference. Just like how different people have preferences for small feet, fat feet, etc. Some people have a thing for socks. Oh no, what? My friend told me he has a foot fetish. How do I stop him asking me for foot pics? Just say no. There's no point in being vague about it. You set your boundaries, and that is that. If your friend respects that, then great. If not, be really firm and ask your friend to keep the fetish to people who share it, and you simply do not. Okay. What if I've been with my partner since 1st grade? Can I tell her in 6th grade? You can tell her if you stay with her to the legal driving age. I don't know what driving has anything to do with it, but okay. Until then, presume that it's not appropriate to share such information and may even be overwhelming for her. 6th grade, for those of you who might not know, is like 10 and 11, or 11 and 12-year-olds. How can I tell my girlfriend that I love her feet? I don't know, just tell her. How can I know if I have a foot fetish? Would a close friend understand my fetish? These are interesting questions. Okay, I do not want the newsletter. Thank you. Mr. Shard, what the hell are you doing? Does your wife know? She does know. She's here. This was her idea. Tips. Try offering her a foot massage after she has a long day at work or school. If she likes nail polish, tell her she should try a certain color, or a certain color would look good on her feet. This one works like a charm. Later on, she will notice you always look at them and start to question. Hopefully, she doesn't find it weird. Hopefully. As soon as she's back at your apartment/house, don't just rip off her shoes and start having your way with her feet. This in most cases will result in no shit, really? Oh god. All right. Okay. Those were all the articles that I had prepared for this evening. But I think we still have a little bit of time here. So, I'm going to let chat decide. And Vulcan Rider, way to go. Are you have you been getting better? So, I guess we'll start at this one. I don't know. We don't want to do massage. That's pretty straightforward. How to seduce a woman is interesting. Wait, the top emojis a girl will use if she likes you? Hang on. Let's look at this. How to have sex without your parents knowing. Yikes. Boy. How to make the girl you like miss you. How to get a guy to admit that he likes you. How to handle being in love with two people. Oh no. Okay, let's do like a little breather here. I want to know what the top emojis a girl will use. I don't know much about emojis, so this could be really helpful. Luckily, it was recently updated in October, so we should be good. The top emojis a girl will use if she likes you, written by Kira Jan. What does it mean when a girl sends you an emoji? If you can't tell whether she's flirting or not, read on to check our guide on interpreting what those mysterious symbols can mean. From the most for sure flirty emojis to the ones that could just mean she just likes you as a friend. Oh no, friend zoned again. This is excellent content, but yeah, have a good sleep, Carpe. You're yeah, I don't know about excellent, but it's certainly content. So here we are. We've compiled a decoded list to help you figure out what she might be saying. Winking face. Stop distracting me, I am busy, winking face. She's sending you a flirty vibe. A standard winking face with one eye closed, or one closed eye, and a smile tends to be flirtier than the funny winking face with its tongue out. A winking face that has a stuck-out tongue could signal she's just being silly. Respond by keeping the conversation light and playful. Send a meme or continue teasing her or joking with her. Respond with a regular winking face and a text that says, "Stop distracting me, I'm busy." Okay, so she sent just a winking face. And then you respond. Obviously, this isn't high school because what other kind of person would read this article? You say, "Stop distracting me, I'm busy," and then send the winking face back. All right, number 2, smiling and blushing face. She likes you enough to want to get to know you more. Interpret this wholesome emoji as a message that she likes the conversation or something you've said. Whatever you're talking about is making her feel warm and fuzzy inside. Send back an equally cute hug emoji or a text like, "I can't stop thinking about you." Number 3, hug emoji. This emoji shows care, but she might not be trying to be flirty. Remember, when it comes to emojis, that context is everything. Ask yourself whether the girl is trying to show support or affection, or whether she's flirting. I am incapable of asking myself that question, so this article is no longer helpful. If you're not sure what to reply, mirror whatever emoji she sends. In this case, you'd send back a hug. Well, that's good advice. Laughing emoji. And here's the joke, chat. What do computers eat for a snack? I don't know what. Microchips. And then laughing emoji, laughing emoji, laughing emoji, laughing emoji. So funny. You've done a great job showing off your sense of humor. When you get a laughing emoji from a girl, it means that she's amused and having a good time chatting with you. However, the laughing emoji is one of the most commonly used emojis, and it doesn't have a specific flirty association. Good to know. Smirking emoji. Your conversation might be heating up. The smirking emoji can signal a flirty, seductive text, but she might also use it after a sarcastic comment or teasing joke. Don't confuse the smirking emoji, a half smile with raised eyebrows, with the unamused emoji, which has similar eyebrows but a downturned, dissatisfied mouth. Try sending back a flirty message like, "So where are we going tonight?" Ooh, kissy lips. You just got a virtual smooch. This one's definitely a flirty message that means she might even want to kiss you in real life. Maybe under the bleachers, in the gym. Send back a blushing face or a blushing kissy face emoji. If you'd like to meet up or take her on a date, ask her out by saying, "Would you like to go to dinner on Friday? I hear Red Lobster is having Lobster Fest again." Blushing kissy face. This is the most intimate of the kissy face emojis. When a girl uses this emoji, it shows she's comfortable with you and things are getting romantic too. Respond with something sweet and genuine, like one of these prepared compliments that you can send. Don't overthink it. You can respond with a text like, "You really are amazing," or "I love how you make me laugh." You can even respond with a blushing smiling face emoji or a heart eyes emoji. Ooh. Kissy face with a heart. This one is a great sign that she likes you. It's a cuter take on the kissy face, and you'll likely get this emoji from a girl who wants to express affection. She might also use it to respond to a compliment as a way to exaggerate her thanks. You can respond with a cute message like, "Does that mean you miss me?" What is this one called? Kissy face with heart emoji? Heart eyes. You probably sent her something that made her smile. This one can be tricky, though. Heart eyes shows she's into the conversation and wants to express affection or enthusiasm, either for you or for a specific text. Since some people commonly use this emoji to mean "I love that," you shouldn't assume she has a crush on you. However, you should totally keep the conversation going because heart eyes are a good sign she likes talking to you. 2 revolving hearts. I don't think I've seen this one. These are the flirtiest out of the emoji hearts. She's more likely to use these in the early stages of flirting to show she really likes you. You might also send 2 static hearts, which are less popular for romantic text and commonly used in friendships. Oh no, not the friend zone. When in doubt, just mirror her emoji usage and send 2 revolving hearts back. Orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple heart signify a less committed display of affection. Your crush might feel like a red heart or pink heart is too romantic for right now. Don't worry. Keep talking to her and you might get a 2 revolving hearts emoji. Ooh, level up. Alright, this is the standard red heart. Interpret this one within the context of your conversation. If she sends it to you randomly... Wait, how many of these are there? Okay, we're past the halfway point, I think. But, ooh, got a Kerbin Rise? Nice. Those are always so cool. Alright, so we'll kind of speed through the rest of these. So, she's likely showing affection, but if you're talking about school, she could just be using her to mean, "I love that." Okay. The rose emoji, classic romantic gesture in emoji form. The rainbow emoji, she might use it to refer to the LGBT+ community. If you're a girl or a non-binary person and you receive this emoji from a girl, she might be letting you know she's interested. Okay? Oh, that's it. Alright, only one question. What is the meaning of a flushed-faced emoji from a girl? A smiley with wide eyes and red cheeks as if blushing with embarrassment. Shame or shyness is depicted in flushing face. This is just from the Wikipedia article. It can also convey a wide range of other emotions, blah, 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 blah. Black and brown heart emojis are used to show racial solidarity for black and brown communities. If you're not a member of that community, you should stick with a red or other colored heart. Okay, good to know. I feel like I am up to date on my emojis now. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. How to pull a one-night stand with a woman? How to handle a cheating girlfriend, 11 steps. How to ask a guy to be your boyfriend. How to respond to a dry text from a guy. I don't know what a dry text is. How to get a... Okay, we saw this one. How to handle being in love with 2 people. We saw that. Alright. Alright. So I think we're probably done for the night. We read through about 4 articles. If you include this one. Or 5 articles if you include this one. We had a good time. We had some people stopping by. Thanks to everybody who showed up and got some laughs in. I kind of want to look at these pictures of the dogs while we wrap up here because this one is just weird. Yeah. My notepad was about to fill up. Yeah. I know how you feel. I've been furiously taking notes somewhere over here. And yeah, I feel like I need time to process this new information that I have acquired. And soon I will be able to successfully cosplay as a dog, cuddle, touch girls, and admit to my foot fetish. And I think that's really important. So, hopefully everybody had a good time. And you got other places to be. You've got bed. I know some of you are some real night owls out there. But I suppose we can send a raid over. Oh, nobody. Wait, really? Nobody? 2022 sounds like it's going to be a good time. Oh, Vulcan Rider got it. Heck yeah, man. Post some screenshots in the Discord for everybody else to be excited. All right. So I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow for RimWorld. And if not, then either Friday or Saturday for the 12-hour Christmas stream. And that's all I have for you tonight. So good night, everyone. And I should probably put this up. Whoop. And here we go.